Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. And we're going to get right into the lesson. This is Daniel 12 and 13. And let's get it in context. And these are the words of the Most High to the prophet Daniel. I'll start at verse 8 just to get in context. And I heard but understood not, and said, I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? He said, Go thy way, Daniel, for that word to close up and seal to the end time. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. None of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Now, this is speaking about, the times that we're living right now. And the reason that you can prove that is because you jump to verse 13. It says, But go thy way to the end be. So it's speaking of end times. For thou shalt rest and stand on thy lot at the end of days. And when it means rest, it means that he was going to, physically die. And to stand on thy lot, it means that he's going to be reincarnated at the end of the days. So this tells you that the prophet Daniel could very well be, amongst the body today. Because it says that he's going to stand in his lot at the end of days. And not only him, other prophets as well. And that's one thing that you understand about this truth. That's one of the main mysteries of this truth that allows you to fit all the puzzle pieces together. And that is the doctrine of reincarnation. And it's spoken of and proven of throughout the whole scriptures. But you got to have a spiritual eye to see it and to receive it. Just go ahead and get a few more scriptures. It's a lot. Because you got to understand that everything is according to the Most High's will, and it's already laid out and written down, and every action that you make, it's already preordained. Scriptures talk about the book of Job, how he basically it's a lot. Under the word a little bit. Basically, he seals your instructions in your sleep. And this is Jeremiah 1 and 5. And it says, Before I formed thee in the belly. So when you were in the spirit state, this is the Most High speaking into Jeremiah. When you were in the spirit state, the Most High already had planned your destiny out for you. Like a program, you could say the Matrix. You could say it's kind of like a spiritual matrix. It says, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before thou camest forth out thy womb, I sanctified thee. So what does that mean? And ordained thee a prophet to the nation. So even before Jeremiah was even an embryo in his mother's belly, his life was already preordained and predestined for certain circumstances to happen. And like I said, that's one of the deep, dark mysteries of the Bible. But that's understanding is needed to have an understanding of scriptures and prophecy. That's why the concept of of reincarnation also comes up in the New Testament. When they asked if John the Baptist was Elijah. He himself didn't know, but the Lord knew that he was Elijah. And so many other examples like that prove the concept of reincarnation. It says, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So that once again proves the concept of reincarnation. Because the scriptures talk about the first Adam and the second Adam. And most of those were Yahweh Shai, or the world and he called Jesus Christ. He was also Solomon. He was also Melchizedek. And he was also Isaac. You go into the Gospels, it says that, man. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. So, and that's you got to understand these things, man. Let's get, I think it's Matthew. It says the book of the generation of Meshach Shai, the son of David, which was what? Solomon, the son of Abraham, which was Isaac. So Abraham, it's right here. It says verse 2, Abraham begat Isaac. So he was. So it says here that Meshach Shai, or to read it verbatim, Jesus Christ was a son of Abraham. And it specified those two out of the whole lineage because that was his time of reincarnation. It says Abraham begat Isaac, and he's that telling you that Jesus Christ was Isaac. It says right here, the son of David, and it says right here, verse 6, Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon. So it's right there. It's telling you that Jesus Christ, I'm not reading verbatim, is Solomon and Isaac. So his spirit was reincarnated in these different forms. These few verses right here also support the fact that there is no free will. Let's go ahead and get these. This is Ephesians 1 and 3. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Meshach Yahushai, who has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Yahushai. And this is the point right here. According to he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. So the Lord already had you as chosen to be separate from basically your peers. And you talk to your brothers, they pretty much they feel that way. They feel that they've been separated from those around them through the circumstances in their life. Verse 4 says, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Meshach Yahushai to himself according to the good pleasure of his will. So this is all to the will of the Most High. Your circumstances and your walk in this truth. It's all preordained and predetermined. So predestination, it's in the Bible, and part of predestination is the doctrine of reincarnation. So let's get Romans 8 and 30. This is Romans 8 and 30. As moreover whom he also did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. So let's run that back again. I'll start at verse 29. It says, for whom did he foreknow? And you go into Jeremiah, it said that he foreknew him. Let's get that word foreknow. It says to know beforehand. So that's to foresee, to foreknow, to ordain. So that speaks of predestination. He also predestinates, get the word predestinate, to limit in advance, that is predetermined. To limit in advance. So, your actions were determined beforehand. And then that means no free will. To be conformed to the image of his son, that he might have the firstborn among many brethren. So it's speaking most specifically of the elect, man. And this verse is here. The elect are already predestined for whatever walk that they encounter in this truth. And guess what? They're predestined also to make it until the end. It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. And ultimately, it's speaking of the elect, man. So there's many scriptures, these are just a few of them, that reinforce or support the doctrine of predestination and reincarnation in the Bible, because those two go hand in hand. Let's get a few more scriptures. We'll close it out. We'll make the lesson too long. This is Salak. I've been sick for the past few days, man, but now that I'm starting to feel better, get back to it. And this is James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, how not God Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and the heirs of the kingdom which he had promised to them that love them. So speaking of the choosing of the poor, rich in faith, and that's most specifically the elect, because you got to understand that faith is a gift. It's a show of grace unto certain individuals that the Lord has predestined for that gift, man. Because the Lord has He blinded the eye of many and stopped the ears of many and only opened the eyes and ears of a few, and that's all by design. So and that's one of the important doctrines of Great Millstones that sets us apart from the other camps. The doctrine of we're only here to for the elect's sake. We're not here to get 1,000 converts. And you don't see that in these other groups. They don't speak of those things. They don't speak of the doctrine of the elect. You're not gonna hear IUIC speak of the doctrine of the elect because they want numbers. And the reason why they want numbers is because they want more ties. So these are just a few scriptures that deal with the concept of reincarnation, the concept of predestination. There's many more. You know. With that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most I would hope is edifying. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.